Have you ever thought about your identities? You may have noticed this with someone who you know really well, and they receive a phone call and they're talking to this person, and by the way that they are speaking, their personality when they are involved in this conversation, you can actually work out who the person is that they are speaking with. They use a certain manner of speaking, they may use a certain voice, will tell certain stories. Just the whole interaction is a different persona than what they might be with someone else. And so you are able to identify who it is that they're speaking to just by how they are coming across, their identity, as you might say, in that moment. We all have many identities. They are formed from different aspects of our life. So how we show up when we are with our family or with friends is slightly different. When we are at work or in a more formal setting, we will show up slightly differently again. And this is quite normal. As we go through life in different aspects, we may take on the persona of the career that we are in. For example, if we were a nurse or a lawyer, a doctor, whatever it is, we might take on the persona of working in a corporate office, working in a hospital setting, working as a teacher. All of these things, we become a certain persona as we enact that. But then when we go home, we generally become our home person. And when we're with our family, we might be with our children, we may be the teacher, the playful person, and these are all different identities that we can choose and put on. They just happen invisibly, but they are there. As we age and retire, some of the identities that we once had no longer apply. They're no longer part of our life, and so we get to choose what we may like to be as an identity. Maybe not for a long time. Maybe you can change identities every few months, every 3 months. For example, you might become the connoisseur, the food critic, and for 3 months you try different restaurants and cafes and you take note as if you were a food critic and you live that persona. No one else needs to know. This is just something private and a fun game that you can have with yourself. And you might like to be an historian and know everything about your district where you live or another place, and as an identity you take that on and you learn all you can about the particular period that you are learning about. Or you may be an artist, perhaps, for another few months. You can take on that identity and think, okay, as an artist, how will I be today? What will an artist do on a Tuesday afternoon? And so you can live that way. It's just a fun game. You can choose to keep some of these personas. You might have a persona of being a hippie, for example, or a herbalist, and you want to make your own potions and herbal teas. Whatever it is that you want to do, you get to choose and have fun with it. You're not in a box anymore of having to fit into a certain criteria. You can expand and think about how you might like to be or what you could investigate and live from that for a while. It's a fun thing to do, trying out different personas or identities.